Howdy, folks. We're back with more Conquest of Elysium 5 here. We are playing the Witch once again. We did get some comments last time, one of them in particular saying that we should focus more on summoning during the winter, stockpiling, and saving our action economy. I think that's mostly true. I mean, there's situations where we're going to want to do otherwise, but we're going to try and make an attempt to keep that in mind as we move forward here. We have Mignana up here. She's facing kind of a large threat, though, so we're probably going to break that rule here to make sure she has enough troops to stick around here and not get picked off by this very large army. Hobergs in particular are kind of a bigger threat in the sense that they are more immune to our poisons and things like it, so we potentially could have a problem here. I would go in the base, but I think that presents just as much of a threat, because what I'm really worried about is their crossbows and whatnot. They might attack us. We could be in some trouble. We might lose our witch up there, which would be a big setback. But hopefully that's not the case. Here we're going to move south. We're just going to get a tiny bit of archers here, just to make sure we keep that. Move our small raiding-esque force this way. And then we're going to circle back down to this kobold lair. We also got some name suggestions. Thank you all for the comments, by the way. Whatever you did say or didn't say, I'm responding to them, and I like them a lot. Positive affirmation, talking about the game. Just someone said nice, and that was chill. I dug that. Dug that a lot. Hit the next turn button. We have some renames as well we need to do. So we see the dwarves come down. Click on my other screen here and just bring us to a position where I can see these names. Here we go. Echo of Pestilence was a title that was suggested. Yep. Okay, so you want to be someone the Echo of Pestilence. I think we will name our second witch that we've been running around with. We're going to name her Lothara, the Echo of Pestilence. Alrighty, so she's the Echo of Pestilence. Hopefully she'll get spells that represent that, meaning lots of poison and acid in the future. Could be good. We have our other level 2 friend up here, who we've recently made available. She's got Charm. We want to be a little careful to really let her get too far out here. So those Hobergs left. That'll give us the opportunity to take this over here. I don't really have too much an attachment to that castle, but I figure we should get it at some point. We're going to save up for a minute and sit here, choosing to choose discretion. Oh, shit. These guys might drown. That's unfortunate, but such is life. That is new to me. If you don't know, they updated the game, and now the sea kind of... yeah, they did drown. That's a lot of money wasted. The sea is now coming out on the shore a little bit when it comes to frozen stuff, so there's a frozen edge here now that I am not used to. It looks like this is empty down here, so we're going to head north with Lothara. She can take over his mission of going this direction, I suppose. Or she could go north and check on this stuff. We can see lots of wounds, maybe some numbers lost among them. So they get kind of hurt by our miasma. It shifts around here and does a lot of damage. Pretty good stuff there. We're going to click this button on the major summoning, see if we can get something good. This is something good, and we get to talk about it. This is the doppelganger. These are your assassins, really. And they are pretty good. Where are they? Right here. 31 HP, 7 magic resistance, 6 strength. They have 100% poison resistance and 5% regeneration. So they're pretty good. They have a decent HP pool to go along with that. They have blunt resistance. You can also get a captain version that we might see as we do summonings. They have a little shield, so that's going to block some arrow damage. You can see, though, they're going to take a lot of hits that are going to hurt them. But as long as they don't get shot by too many archers or spelled too often, although they have decent magic resistance, they're going to do pretty well in melee, as you can see here, because they have a spear attack, which can explode a little bit and do a little extra damage. And they have a bunch of tentacles that do blunt damage of 1 to 5 on a d5. So that's pretty good. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks then in regular combat. They also, however, have 3 assassination attacks with a d7 blunt attack that strikes anywhere. These are also going to turn the enemy into little doppelganger children type things. It's kind of creepy how that happens, but I like it a lot. It's a good ability. Works really well. We'll be showing that off pretty soon. I think we will actually move back down here. We'll just get some basic spearmen. No need to overcomplicate it to go siege this castle. And we're close to the numbers we need. We might do one more big summoning before we take off. I think with Mignana, something we're going to do is drop everyone who's slow for just a second. Who else is slow here? Are you slow? Oh my god, these things are also slow. Can get a lot of elite-type armies in terms of them being heavy to carry around, so... Unfortunately, you don't also have, like, heavy infantry or anything that synergizes with that on your gold recruitment, so it's a little bit of a problem. The castles would provide that, though. Castles will provide heavy infantry. You could use that and put heavy infantry along with these slower armies. That could be a possible strategy you could employ. I'm not sure how much we'll see of it, because our heavy army is really up here, although this one's also slow because we got a monster snail. But you could definitely do that. We'll do another max summoning. We get another doppelganger. That's pretty good. We talked about that already, so we don't need to cover it again. We have some problems coming this direction. I'm going to start building Cav again, getting another squad, since unfortunately we nixed our own to the new water. And we'll come and kill these dwarves. This is starting to look beat up. We do want to take that. Get a little stagnated here. Gonna move up here with this switch. Try and go a little quickly, as we don't need to go too long on this kind of stuff. Okay, we'll send the small squad here to cut off this dwarf before he can get into any trouble. So here's what the doppelgangers do. They do these assassinations, and they create these doppel spawn. A lot of times these guys will get wounds when they first spawn in, but they'll heal them. They have like 7 HP-ish, and they... 3 magic resistance, 0 armor, 11 morale, 5 strength. They are fire vulnerable. I think they do get the XP of the units they kill, apparently. So that's interesting. I didn't actually know that until just now. It looks like that is the case. We'll see later if that truly is true. But they have poison resistance, regeneration of 5%, blunt resistance, swamp move. They have 2 tentacle attacks of a d4. They're not very good, but they're free. And they'll sit here and bother archers on the line. As you can see here now, the archers are having trouble. He's actually able to kill 1 or 2, and they'll come back with regeneration. So they'll cause no end of trouble for your enemies. As we get our crossbows in here. Crossbows able to shoot over the walls. This side getting a little more hurt. We're not surprised. I did want to take this, and then we could get some heavies potentially to put in this army. Start spawning something elite to run around very slowly and siege or kill armies when we get the chance. Casting some confusion. Nothing too complex. Having a little trouble with the archers on this side, not surprised. Our witch is getting a little spaced. She took a hit with a arrow. It's not good. Oh, God Dang it. Okay, our witch got nabbed. That's super unfortunate. Unfortunately, the snail is deciding to shoot the gate. He could have shot that archer, potentially, but it's just a reality of what happens. It is a very expensive loss to take that castle. Kind of a problem. Some early mistakes going on here. But we will recover. We are persistent. We'll kill these dwarves. We'll head up here with Lothar to cut them off. I do want to show you guys this portal to the netherworld, I suppose. It could be something we do. Do we kill this dwarf? I think we'll kill this dwarf and then go turn this into a marsh. Have Lothar come up this way and deal some big damage. Looking for some captains that we can recruit. Okay, we took a wound on one of those cavalry. This is pretty trivial. Nothing too difficult. The High Priestess was killed by independence. That's a little weird. You see more dwarves swarm. Let's see what we got going here. Oh, that's an actual army we can't fight. Okay. Back to the tower. Lost this to a deer. Get some cavalries. We'll actually take away his army. He can chill here. He's going to go up here next turn and grab this army. We don't know what we're going to do with that necessarily yet. But we'll keep it available. It should be a pretty easy kill. We'll take this, head up here. I would like to go into Hades eventually. Turn this into a marshland. We'll probably spawn some swamp guardians. Chilling out there for a minute. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they can't make it to us, so we'll go kill these deer and take our swamp back. Yeah, pretty trivial. We kill more of these dwarves. Sad the ballista's dead. I would have liked to fight her, but apparently something happened down here. Maybe a doom horror slipped in through a pyramid or something. This is unfortunate. Dispossessed spirits are a counter to our mushrooms. It's no good. That's why you might want a couple swamp guardians, or these decay mushrooms will do the trick. I'm gonna summon those and then kill these dwarves. Having trouble holding on to some stuff here and there. These dwarves will tend to do to you. They like to rip apart your kingdom one tile at a time if you're not careful. 25 here. We probably don't have the numbers to take it. I have a feeling they're going to try and spawn something. Have to keep an eye on that. Jump on the fairy circle. This is actually... I'm not seeing the portal to the underworld. I'm curious why this is an Ashfield then. I have to figure that out. So we get a moving and groove. Some more innocent dwarves to the death. I think it's about time to go take the big dwarven stack there. Doesn't look like they've spawned a Dalva, and they don't have a counselor or anything like that, so they cannot actually do that. Have about 20 or so of these units running out here. They might come and try and attack us. They would take a lot of losses. I don't know if they would actually try it, but we're going to try and grab the silver mine from them and see that that is permanently ours. As we move our forces towards here, we're going to summon some more big units soon here, probably now. Okay, we got some oozes. And we'll take this dwarven city, rocking it out. Could do some minor summons with this army and bring them over. We'll have to make some decisions. We'll just kill this iron mine, overrunning it, and probably circle in behind with Minyana and attack in cohesion. As should be pretty fun. Grab this slower army. They're doppelgangers. Could go kill those dwarves. We could also start investing in heavy infantry. We're going to have a lot of production, so that actually might be a viable strategy. But for now, he's going to chill. They're probably going to take our trade post town. Take our silver mine back as we trade with these guys. Turn the sound up a little bit. Continue to move north here. Oh, there it is. Yep. The cave to Hades. Apparently the Hound of Hades is feeble-minded. This guy is insane. He's got non-magic invulnerability. He causes dread and has a giant HP pool in Ghost Rends, which banishes. He also has a Serpent Mane, which does a bunch of poison. These are multiple attacks. This guy is going to be real hard to kill if we want to get past him. He's a toughie. This is one of the ways into Hades that are available to the player. So keep that in mind. We'll keep her AP strong. Meanwhile, down here, we'll just continue to build ourselves up a decent army. Got ourselves another doppelganger. Nothing new to talk about really there. Hoping the miasma will continue to wreck these guys. We can see they lose HP. Pretty sure their numbers have been reduced in terms of ballista. I could be wrong about that. They're also recruiting, so it's a little hard to tell what they've lost. Let me take a look at that. We can start getting the heavies here, building out this army. You can take the Necklace of the Winter Queen on the giant snail. And we'll take some wounds here, but we'll clear out these dwarves. Maybe go south with this army. This guy might come back, and we don't really want to fight that too much. It's kind of strong. We see a lot of yellow dwarves filling in here. Evil times have come to Elysium. Murderers and bandits are going to thrive for a little bit. It's no concern to us so much, as long as they don't come... I clicked that instinctively, thinking this was empty. This is not empty. This army's dead. Oh, goody. Wasting units. That's fine. That's fine. Patience is something you need to implore. I didn't think they actually had a Dalva down here. That explains the big squads coming up here, but I thought I just maybe missed them. She's level 2 already. They've had this for a while. That's bad. But we'll just have to send a squad down here that can actually take it. That might be this guy with some heavies and hopefully a witch by the time we get in there. They're going to create more Dalvas. We'll let them waste the money on that. We'll avoid killing those oozes. We don't want to make it easy for them. Our main focus taking this. Creeping Doom. This is the army murderer to the early player without magic. So like the Baron, etc. The Creeping Doom is interesting. It's 11 hit points, 10 magic resistance, which instantly like, the magic resistance is great, but the hit points are super low. But it has fire vulnerability, so you don't want to put it against the pyromancer or anything like it. But it's also invulnerable, so it can't be harmed by non-magic damage. It's mindless and floating. It has wall climbing and swamp move. This guy's insane if they don't have magic attacks. You could even send just it with a commander on its own, and the commander might die, but this army would kill, or this would kill most of an army with no magic. So like this is dead to a Creeping Doom. This is dead to a Creeping Doom, no question. This thing could kill a Creeping Doom, I think, because they don't have poison resistance, so keep that in mind. You're going to friendly fire with things like Poison Cloud on it, and that's not good because it doesn't survive very long. We have actually enough troops probably to go kill these dwarves. I think we'll take advantage of that and come kill these dwarves. We have a lot of crossbows, or we might go hole up in that town for a while. We'll have to see. This is nothing. This is gonna die. We'll watch our mistake for a second and then click off. Hopefully these dwarves attack each other and then we can take our big army here and sink them. They did exactly what we wanted, which is good. Okay. Let's keep gliding our way this way. We do see an ancient forest here. We're definitely going to want to take that. It's going to give us some nice stuff. Let's do another major summoning. This is the Doppelganger Captain. He's not remarkably different. He's got a bow instead. It's a poison bow, so that's nice. There might be a couple other trivial differences, but he can lead armies. You know, you get a big squad of doppelgangers, you can take out an enemy patrol pretty trivially, which is nice. So that's fun. 34 units. We don't have a lot in the front, which I'm a little concerned about, but neither do they once our crossbows get going. We'll have poison spit, and there's doppelgangers that might knock out some dwarves early. We'll have to see. Dwarves are pretty good with the armor, so they might not get knocked out by the doppels. The doppels. Okay, we're chill for this turn. Once we get some of our doppel spawn, they probably will come back. You can see we've mostly taken out their front line. Some of them do get back into our crossbowmen, but not for long. They get pinged by others. Pretty successful battle. And then once we take this, we're going to send our witches in 2 different directions. Probably one to try and deal with more of these dwarves, and one will go south. That's not specific because there's 2. One to go down to this dwarf hole, one to see what the yellow dwarves are doing. Up there. Do another major summoning. Another Creeping Doom. We failed to control it at full. That's really unlucky, but it'll happen to you. I guess we'll grab one of these. Not controlling a Swamp Ghost. We have bad luck this turn. Bad luck. Some pikemen available. We won't choose to take advantage yet. Fortunately, we can kill the Creeping Doom. We have all the tools necessary with a lot of poison. Swamp Ghost not lasting very long either. And you can see there, if you take a doppelganger captain and a couple doppelgangers, they're actually a decent counter to these dwarves, because you can build an army off their backs, which is nice. We need to get them actually down here, probably. So we're gonna... Oh, this is actually a big squad. Okay, we're gonna want to kill that. We'll do a summoning. Can afford to, but that would mean we can't attack. We'll attack this, and then we're gonna come in next turn. I think we're getting hit maybe by the miasma a little bit. We are poison resistance for a little bit, so. I can't remember if the miasma friendly fires. I'm pretty sure it does. Okay, grab some cav here. We'll go up here. We're gonna drop off, I think, most of our crossbows here and go south again and go back to our castle and recruit some more. We want to just keep this town in our grasp for the most part. This battle should be mostly fine. We have a lot of poison damage, so they're going to take chip damage all the time here. Our little green oozes are going to take a lot, but they'll reform over time into much better Uzis. Fortunately, we might lose our castle. Go step on these guys with some doppelgangers, try and assassinate them. We'll grab some archers here, stopping our recruitment to the north, just to maybe make these dwarves hesitant. They might still attack it. Worried about that counselor. Okay, we're 4 HP. I think it's time to kill this dwarf. You can see they have some ballista. It's gonna hurt, but we have plenty of chaffy troops to take the hits here with these oozes. Just as long as we don't get unlucky and one of our witches get taken out, we'll be okay. Then we'll have this dwarven city. They'll lose their main point of access. I think we'll actually, and also these doppelgangers are a distraction for the ballistas. I think we'll actually probably kill the stuff on the walls before we make it through the gate. She's not poison resistance. None of this stuff is. We have this guy running up, which he is actually a godsend here, because he will go take out these ballistas, so we're going to lose shots on us. He might live. He has 100% poison resistance, so he can run up here, but he's run to the gate. He does live with the new wound. We'll have to check that. What a great guy. So that's the dwarf city in our possession now, which is nice. Now we need to split our forces and go take out these guys down here. Curious. We know there's a Markgraf. I wonder how well he's doing. He'll be a decent challenge, although mostly we're just dealing with dwarves now. This might be a relatively short campaign given the circumstances we found ourselves in. Okay, we'll take Lothara and go south. The Echoes of Pestilence. she will drop the oozes. We're going to want to get her a little lighter, I think. I'm going to leave probably most of the archers just to defend Mignana while she chills up here for a minute. Just want to make her quick. She's going to move next turn, though, because she's still... It's winter, and we moved on to a high AP province. I call it province. Dwarven city is what I should call it. To be very specific. Get some more archers here. Going to continue our trek south with this bigger force that could kill this stuff, and we're going to need to come over here and deal with this. Won't be too big of a deal. Save our AP for those two up north. Nothing much I wanted to do with them this turn. We should have a relatively strong Markgraf to fight, though. This does mean we'll probably try and take the Hades Cave, seeing the lack of enemies on the horizon. Could grab some archers here. We could probably just take this on our own, so we're probably just going to do that. Take back this iron mine. Keep it in our possession. I think most of these dwarves could take this. There's a lot of crossbowmen, and crossbowmen do kill dwarves, which is nice. Okay, yeah, we'll send Lothar south. Let's get rid of all the slow stuff. Where else? Take the scout as well. Who is still slow here, Lothara? Doppelgangers are not slow. Took a feeble-minded on our Wyvern Knight. We'll actually leave our Wyvern Knight behind. He can retire in this mountain stronghold. He's served us well as a kobold, as what we could expect out of a kobold. Okay, there we go. We had one of the oozes in our party still, and we'll trudge south, as we should, with a Creeping Doom in possession, leaving the slow army behind for Lothara to master here. I actually think we could get some archers here, start building defenses with the expectation we're going to move out soon. Just going to grab these oozes. She's going to move a little slowly, but we want enough just to kill any decent dwarf stacks that are up here. So we'll do a couple summons this turn. And we have a frog army. An absolute mess of a frog army. We'll move out now. Getting out of here, leaving it with a bunch of archers that we no longer have. That's fine. The dwarves don't have a lot of range that they can afford to spend on generally. Unless they get a lot of settlements and a lot of gold, which they do not have. Turn that into a doppelganger. Where do we send our doppelganger captain? We should have him roaming around and killing dwarves with maybe one other doppelganger. For maximum... Are we just short of a sorceress? Oh my lord, look at that. 95. Killing me. Absolutely murdering me. I think we brought our doppelganger down here, didn't we? Yeah, it's down in this squad. We see some brigands we're going to want to take out. Take this guy and a doppelganger. Shift them around a little bit. We don't want them running into big squads like that, but this would be easy. We'll go have him kill the brigands for us, is what he'll do for his first assignment. He needs to build up a little bit of doppelspawn, is his first task. Lothara will go down here. I think we've lost control of this ancient forest, so that'll be one of her missions. Mignana can go this way. Cetastar will go this way and take this. I really want that sorceress, but it's just not a thing we get. We will once again send the doomed cavalry this way, hopefully actually just patrolling with them this time. So we easily take out some dwarves. It's a little tougher with a counselor. Alrighty, we have some cheap archers, don't we? 63, we could buy some archers on the cheaper side. Have our doppelgangers still here, so they're going to take out a lot of these guys. That's kind of what we're relying on. Our snail will poison them. If you don't know, the dwarf workers aren't very good. They'll actually die to our Doppler spawn, because they don't have any armor. They have not been equipped for the challenge. I think we're going to take this guy south and grab these swamps and do some scouting with our patrol force. We don't want to get into a major fight. We just want to see what the rest of the map looks like. Minyana's chilling here. Lots of brigands to take care of. We'll actually avoid them and let our Dopplers take care of them. And we will wait to summon for winter this time, I think. Or try to. See, this is easily Doppler spawn. Those brigands are. They can also change them to Dopplers in combat with their tentacles. But there's also the chance they do kill them with their spear. In that case, they don't get changed, I don't believe. Pretty sure. I could be wrong about that, but... thematically, it makes sense. Sidestar will continue to kill more dwarves. You'll find these brigands. I think they've stealthed. Shalathar can go this way. Minyana goes up here, takes this. Probably plant some swamp guardians to keep it. That is a big party of dwarves. They might wreck us. Oh wow, some boars knocked into oozes into separate. That's interesting. I have a feeling those dwarves will attack us if they have the action points. Yep. Well. Oh, they took out a Rhyme Warrior. That's actually pretty expensive. These Rhyme Warriors aren't cheap. If you don't know, they've been armored by a Dwarven Smith. That's why they're Rhyme Warriors, so they have a little bit more armor. Okay, we'll kill this. I want to go take our silver mine back. And then this Lothara down here will try to... Where the hell did those brigands go? Might have gone this way. Keep trying to find them. We'll do a couple Swamp Guardian casts. Check this against animals and wandering dwarves. Shouldn't be too tough. That's all she wrote up there. Getting a decent amount of gold. We're going to keep building some heavies. Moving our commander back that way. He needs to get some archers as well. But that'll be a plan for the Hoburgs, is to get plenty of heavies. Our Cav also does okay. Oh dear God. So once again, the Shade Mage is trying to bring death onto us, which is actually a big problem. We don't have the tools we need to deal with that just yet. Which is our friendly neighborhood man-flayers that will give us sacrifices that we need to deal with it. So that's unfortunate right now. Okay, we see the other layer of the dwarves. Probably be able to axe them soon. We need to find an old castle now, because usually those spawn in old castles, so... that is where we'll be looking. Getting plenty of sacrifices. We could get a level 3 witch and then kill her with her immortality would give us access to necromancy spells. I don't think it gives us access to rituals, if I'm remembering correctly. Not super worth it. There's the brigands. Okay. So we're going to be able to kill those brigands. We need scouting parties to go out, so we're going to grab some more cav and hopefully be able to do that soon. Okay. Don't have the stuff to take this just yet. There is a swamp again next to them. We could just miasma and let it deal with itself. We could miasma twice, actually, which would be pretty brutal. And pretty funny, being honest with myself. Some doppelgangers here. The ambush makes the assassination round not happen, unfortunately, so we're not going to get the stuff we'd usually get. We see a Tartarian spirit. That's a big yikes. So the Markgraf is going to present a challenge to us, and they're actually pretty decent at fighting the undead, because they have a lot of archers and things that can take care of them. And they're also poison resistant. I mean, the Markgraf in general has a lot of things. They have archers, Tartarians, all the necromancy stuff at 2nd level, I think. That's how high they go up. We will grab our heavies and take out this guy. Should be okay. We're going to turn some into doppels. The rest will be taken out by big old heavy slashers. Over here, we're going to get a lord. One of our little tribes, and he's going to go scout this direction since we keep getting axed by dwarves down here. Okay, we're going to make sure we have an army to take this on. So we're going to do some major summonings. Got some swamp drakes. A root master, and that's all our action points. A root master, I'm not super big fan of. They're kind of bad in my opinion. They'll take out some heavy stuff, but they have 87 hit points, 1 magic resistance. This is garbage. They will die very quickly to spells. 2 armor. Fire vulnerability. They have pierce and blunt resistance and mindless, so they can't be charmed. They're giant size. I mean, they have their utility, but like, you're like, okay, they have pierce and blunt resistance. They're good against physical stuff, but they're just so bad against magic. Like, unless it's like charm or confusion magic because they're mindless. And also fear, so they can deal with that stuff. But like, the minute they get hit with a spell, they're falling apart. And their 2nd level summon, they can kill things pretty well with that. They're going to explode a lot and do that maximum damage. Not maximum, they're going to get higher into the maximums than a lot of stuff, but I don't know. I don't feel them very much. I don't love them. Some Swamp Guardians. Get a Frog Familiar, of course. We always love to see it. Get some Doppler spawn, and mostly kill this army pretty quickly. There we go. We're done making mistakes now. Here you can see the effects on animals. They will kill a couple of our mushrooms here, unfortunately, because bears are pretty tough. Got another lord available. I think we'll actually save our money. Trying to be a little conservative to make sure we have enough to get a Manflayer if it comes available. We do want that. I think we fought swamp drakes, didn't we? I can't remember correctly. They have 38 HP, 6 magic resistance, 2 armor. What's really nice about them, though, is they have poison skin, essentially, so anything attacking it is going to get poisoned. They have the 100% poison resistance, so that means they synergize well with us. And a big poison breath, so you don't want to keep them next to these cavalry, actually, because they'll nail them with that poison breath. They also have a venomous bite. So overall, they're going to, again, just be big poison stacks against enemies, which is nice. I think we're going to get a level 3 witch with Lothara up here next turn, so we're going to conserve our stuff a little bit. Or the turn after, actually. So we'll actually do like 1 Swamp Guardians. Turns into 2, and we'll take this swamp. Just securing this area. Unfortunately, undead that are going to start spawning are going to rip apart our stuff we got going there. Our doppelgangers could potentially deal with it. They have a lot of attacks. Although if they get a big swarm of undead, they will get surrounded. Let's continue to save. I've been getting that Hades event a lot. I'd rather fight some of the Inferno events and things like it. I don't like how often I've been getting that. It's kind of irritating. Not because I've sufficiently found ways to deal with it at this point. Oh, dear God. Oh! The Academy of Higher Magic. Now, interestingly enough, even though this has Vulfur Flames and stuff, something the Witch can do, you might want to think about this, is when you don't see a lot of units here and you just see mages, one possibility is you could throw a whole army of doppelgangers to kill these mages off. And you might be actually pretty successful. Now, you're probably going to want stuff with it so that when everything ends, you can actually take out like the fire elemental and the earth elemental. But doppelgangers would do pretty well at sieging that. So that's something interesting to consider. I have a decent stack of stuff there. I don't know if I want to throw my Dopplers against it just yet. They'll sit in this town for a sec. We could throw the Dopplers against this. They're not going to take the poison, so that could be a benefit. I think that's all she wrote for the most part. We need to get some archers over here. We'll start doing that. Most of our bases are actually super vulnerable without archers to the undead swarms that are going to come out. We could run to Hades itself and start killing the undead swarms down there. That could be funny. It also can be a way to deal with the event is to get a bunch of ghosts. Because ghost soldiers will do pretty good, but that's very expensive. It's very tough to do correctly. I don't want them to build up a bunch of ballista. Okay. See a kobold lair with some of our dwarven stuff in it. Our dwarven friends. We will choose to kill this chancellor and try and get another doppelganger spawn. Still waiting on her to get upgraded. She can chill there for another minute. Slowly building up our army of duds. But you can see how doppelganger captains can counter the dwarves. They have the ability to really kind of sink in there. Okay, let's really start getting around here. This doesn't look like it has a commander. Spearman, I'm not too interested in that. Okay, we're gonna get our level 3 witch up here. So now she is a hag. Oh god, mass charm. That's brutal. That's brutal versus the Hoburgs. So this is my favorite spell probably that we got in Mignana here. The level 3 hag is great. You see the magic resistance really doesn't go up at all. But witchery level 3 provides things like mass confusion, mass charm, mist of confusion, sorry, and mass charm. It'll also sometimes gives you higher level poison spells, and we get our first level 3 ritual available to us, which is summoning old ones, which are really tough units that cost quite a bit of sacrifices, but they'll be around for a while once you get them. Gonna move back down here, try and grab some more of these guys. We have a big army here to take and kill these dudes. Take the archers out for a spin. Getting ourselves some more doppelganger spawn. Doppelganger spawn could potentially pose a small threat to ghosts because of their multiple attacks, but I think they'll ultimately fail to really live up to what we need. Having nothing else to do with this army right now, we'll kill these dwarves. I think we've moved you, yep. Taking them out. We need to watch that. Just spawn more doppels. Being attacked by some animals. This guy's actually been slimed. Because these slime molds. The slime has a 10% to wear off every round, so we'll fail to attack about half of the time. Slime is pretty good. Cause some problems for these guys. I think these mooses are actually going to win, though. They are pretty tough. Rod of Death. I don't particularly remember. I think that life drains. Pretty sure that's what it does. It's unfortunately or fortunately right next to us. Question is, do we want to start summoning to take this? Probably. We have a lot of frogs. Probably don't need to complicate this too much. Just chaff to protect us, which turns out is exactly what we're going to get, and then let our witch do her work with Mass Charm. Perhaps with Mass Charm we could get the Dalva on our side and start spawning dwarves, which would be funny. Okay, yeah, we're going to keep summoning up there next turn and just run in there with a whole bunch of chaff and let our level 3 witch do her job. These dwarves are going to slip past us. This is looking real light. We could probably take this. Only 2 ballista. Might grab some cheap chaffy units to help us out. Okay, our doppelganger will go grab some more friends to join his army. Rod of Death. We'll grab the Rod of Death. I think it does life drain, and if it does, That would be useful. Yep, life drain. So once those ghosts start coming, this guy can be in the back here, life draining, and dealing with them, perhaps one at a time, so that's nice. Provides a little bit of a distraction. I think we forgot to move our scouts. Slight oversight. So he's going to go south, probably. We need to find this old castle. Or we need to win the game, one of the two. But I think the old castle will probably be first, because as we can see, the Little Hoburg faction has done quite well for themselves. Take out with this army. This army's actually looking pretty weak. I think they walked through the miasma. I think we're brave enough to go try and take this out with these doppelgangers. They don't really have archers or anything, so they're going to have to fight us in combat, which are going to take a whole bunch of hits. The assassination might kill some of them. Okay, we're slow because of the cold. It's kind of expected. Let's not spend too much. Well, that's unfortunate. We're not attacking this turn. We're just going to want to get a little more stuff to deal with the ballistas. So we're going to spawn little units. Oh my god, look at that doppelganger attack. Absolutely beautiful. Running up here and spawning more. Some of them will come back from death. These guys will get trounced, and we'll keep one doppelganger. Spawn. Okay. Gotta be careful. The Dispossessed Spirits could kill this doppelganger squad. They're gonna be showing up soon. To rip away everything we love. Okay, let's just do 21 levels. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Some Hydra Beasts. The next turn, maybe we'll take this? Yeah. I just don't want... I'm trying to create space. I was hoping we got frogs or something to create space between us and the ballistas. And by us, I mean our witches. We don't want them getting hit. A black cat familiar. That's pretty cool. I think we have the stuff available to get past this ballista, potentially. They have a lot, actually. We're going to keep going. Just making sure to overdo it a little bit. We actually got some hedge magic now on our little friend here. Strength is not a good spell on our black cat familiar at this current time. Do not really need that. Come on, show me the old castle. If we also see a swamp, our level 3 witch will begin to be able to teleport, which will be a little bit of a godsend. Okay, this turn we should be able to take the Dwarven City, I think. Unless we lose control of a unit, we'll probably run in there and take it after doing 2 summons. One of those guys. Some Bog Beasts, not bad. And we'll go take this. Most of our stuff will run over the walls with its firing and things like that. We're going to take some poison attrition on things like the Marshworm. Maybe our Swamp Drakes will shoot poison on our little friends we got running around, but we won't worry about that too much right now. 2 little dwarves here to take on. Ah, yes! Okay. Let's take a gamble and see if there's any ghost here. Oh, thank God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, thank God we send the squad out. Hopefully there's no dispossessed spirits or anything crazy, but this will mean that we'll have saved Elysium once again. Pretty trivially this time. Pretty trivially. Oh, God. Very scary. I think we're going to keep going. I'm terrified of these ballista. I've had so many losses to these ballista before. I don't want to lose a level 3 witch. God, I'm just so paranoid about it. I think we're going to do a miasma and run away. I'm just so afraid of the ballista. You might say it's too much of a fear, but I'm petrified of the ballista in this game. Oh, we don't have enough for that. We'll grab some more heavies then. So hopefully we'll have a kobold lair in our possession, mostly just taking out these dwarves. It might kill that faction, which would be nice. You can see they're not doing a lot here, but against enough stuff. Have some friendly fire. Might confuse her, potentially to our side. Could be a possibility. I don't think it's too likely. Is she independent? I can't see over the poison. Oh god, no, she's dead. She's got poison to hell. Got a doppelganger spawn. And thank goodness it's alone, we can just stab it to death. This is sad. We have no blunt attacks, so it's resistant to all our damage, but the statue's alone, so... it'll just get pummeled. I love watching this. This is cathartic for me after watching... if you've watched my Illusionist campaign, we fought a statue of Hades that... 2 of them, in another campaign as well. I think that... I can't remember. Was that the ball campaign? Yeah, it was. That just happened. But, they're pretty pesky. They'll pop up. You don't know where they are if you haven't found the old castle. They could also be really trivial like this, where you run across the old castle pretty soon and all the dispossessed spirits don't come around. It's interesting that these guys aren't completely surrounding it. Illwinter needs to trick out its AI a little bit, because it doesn't always do what is optimal here. Because you see, these 3 guys are just trolling back here when they could be running around and killing this thing. If this was an actual enemy that could fight, I'd have an issue with it. Oh, look at this guy. He gets smart and goes around and he instantly cracks it. We got a barrel of toads. Very accurate item to have as a witch. It makes a lot of sense. The purple dwarves aren't dead yet. They might have one of these mines over here. It's possible. We'll make sure to continue to bother them. And why not continue our scouting? Why is this cold? This doesn't feel right. There might be something here. Huh. Hopefully we'll get the chance to go explore that soon. Okay, dwarves, get out of here. We're done with you. Absolutely fed up with these dwarves. No longer will they roam these lands. We'll kill some bears. Oh, another ancient forest. That's tasty. Oh, we're losing our archers to the miasma. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. So your witch can die to that if she's not poison resistant. One thing that happened is we're 100% poison resistant, so miasma no longer hurts this witch. Got to be careful about that. So those dwarves might take over that soon. If we don't kill their main dwarf holes. Lots of friendly fire. And instantly doppling all 3 of those dwarves over here. I love watching that. I love building up Doppler armies. Very easy to run around with small patrols of these guys and take out small squads. But you also want to be a little careful. Okay, we're going to go check out why this is... I guess it was just winter. I don't... Oh, shit. Oh, there's a mystic column. That might be causing it. Those can do strange things. There's also suspiciously some void creatures here, which makes me think some horrors have been coming up here through the mystic column. It's not unexpected. Taking this ancient forest. Can move south with these doodads and start getting a look at what's down here. Move north with you. I think that's everybody. Did not mean to really skip past that. Didn't look like that was actually horrors that attacked us. So we did win. I think it was brigands or something. Okay, we're seeing the massive Hoburg Empire. I'm very curious. They probably just got a weapon here. They probably just came in through the void and sat there. Those things are stationary, though. I don't know how those come in through the void. Or if they do at all. We're going to take this, because we're going to assassinate this to death. So we're going to take their kobold layer down here. Which is now a nice addition to our army. We might just summon an old one to fight this. Take a lot of ballista hits. It's a little dangerous to summon an old one. Tend to lose control of them from time to time, but figure we'll give it a shot. Get ourselves a couple archers. and move out here and go take maybe this castle. I think maybe we'll just go south, actually. We'll avoid the castle. So we'll plot a course this way. We're going to try and take things like the silver mine, get ourselves some more gold, hopefully get another commander soon. So we easily kill some ogres. That's trivial. They killed it and turned it into a doppel. There's no way that catapult survives. It doesn't have good stats to fight doppels. That's another thing. If you just see a lot of siege equipment somewhere, doppels could take that out. Saw something like that over here. Okay, we're going to move this way. We're going to summon an old one, potentially, at maximum of 600. That's what we're going to do with those homies. We'll kill these halberdiers, maybe? It's an option. Seeing the Hoburg hasn't fully expanded. I'm looking for a swamp so that one day we can teleport down there. Could go try and kill this Tartarian with this army. It would take some losses. But ultimately the Tartarian, I think, would fall unless he has his regeneration ability. His doppels are going to be pretty rough on the troops around him. Doppels will slaughter these little undeads. Also slaughter a lot of the Hoburgs. Kill this dwarf faction. So we hear the horn, my favorite soundtrack, some of you know. Alright. Skip that. Trying to speed up some more of the trivial battles here. Get us a rockin' and rollin'. No dwarves are allowed access to anywhere. Okay, it's not allowed. You know, we could try and take this. We have a lot of regenerating units that are going to sit here and take fire. Just a lot of archers. And I don't see a lot of reason to take that castle other than to maybe get some more heavy production going on, which, you know, that's something we could do. Drop south, another silver mine. Ooh. It's very... I wish I was the dwarves. I would have made much better use of being the dwarves. Although they have competition, it's pretty easy to fight another dwarf as a dwarf. You just gotta make sure you have a mass of units, and you take these iron mines, you get your production going. You scout down here and you find a silver mine. Okay, there's a witch, you gotta deal with that, but it's not too tough. I don't know, I'd take much better advantage of that if I were the dwarves. Salius down here can continue his stomping around with his new bucket of frogs. We actually didn't take a look at that, did we? It spawns a giant toad and gives you 100% poison resistance. Wait, doesn't it? There we go. Okay. I was wondering where the toad was. It's like, come on, spawn, Mr. Toad. Had to get past that initial movement. Sid Star will continue down here. Okay, we're close to the maximum. We're going to summon an old one at maximum and probably try and take this. They have a decent mass of dwarves here, but mass charm will turn them against each other. Give me a swamp. That's what I want more than anything right now down there. Dwarf squadron this way. It's more cav. I'm actually going to try... Oh, we are trading for fungi. Alright. Trivially killing some more dwarves, getting some more wounds on our swamp drakes. So this one specifically. Killing our creeping doom with poison. And we're going to run away our doppelganger from this army. They can take what they like over here. An ice druid! Finally a mage. We'll spawn the ice druid here just to come and kill this little stack of dwarves. He got a gauntlet of knighthood, so he's got an armor bonus. Not really too impactful for him, so we'll put that on one of these guys and get them to 2 armor. He's got Vine Arrow, Befriend Animal. We could send him into the Ancient Forest up here, maybe, and befriend some of these things. Those are animals. And we're gonna try our luck at getting an old one. Okay, probably my least favorite old one is the Medusas. They present something interesting, but I find them lackluster. 34 hit points, 8 magic resistance. They have 5 strength, 0 armor, poison resistance of 100, cause fear. They have petrification, which you might have seen in my ball game. This just actually kills units. So anyone attacking the Medusa can be petrified. If you get a regeneration item on the Medusa, they could go stack wipe armies with petrification that don't have a lot of archers. Knights would die to petrification pretty easily. But, so, yeah, they present an interesting option there. And then your golden claws will go murder them. And you have little poison stuff. So you'll turn stuff to stone around you, but you can get ousted by archers pretty quickly if you're not careful. Not really what we're looking for this fight. I guess we'll take the Medusa with us. And we're going to give us this our shot. It's going to be a little tough. And then I want to set my sights on maybe that cave. We could try and petrify the old guardian there, the dog. That is very nested in mythology. It is actually something I've seen before in mythology, unlike a lot of the stuff Illwinter puts in here. Some of our oozes are going to split. We're going to start regenning past some of this damage. Just need to get past the ballista rounds, and we're almost there. There we go. Our Medusa, unfortunately, got absolutely pelted. So we're not going to see her impressive stuff. So we slowly continue to be pelted here. Need to start getting some spells off. Cat is casting strength. These guys stronger. Got some earth grip going down. If this lady gets earth gripped, we'd be in trouble. She's starting to cast her spells. I'm looking for a mass charm. Instead, she's just doing acid volleys. Come on, do your mass charm. Get us some units. This is looking not great right now. And she completely flopped her first mass charm. Oh, goodness. Okay, we need to get more of these ballistas out. They're almost getting... Oh, no! God damn it. Okay, she got unearth gripped. Just need to get rid of the ballistas. Come on. Lots of acid. No charm. Apparently she thinks evocation is the way to go this battle. She might be right. Tons of earth grips. She's trying to... Probably gonna kill the Dalva before we kill the ballistas. So we poison her. There's one ballista left. This was risky as hell. But ultimately we'll win with no charms. Get all our regenerating units back. Oh my god, was that... You can see why I'm afraid of those ballista. In mass, they will just slaughter your stuff. And we killed the Dwarf Queen. So the yellow Dwarf Queen is gone. Surprisingly, the purple one has outlived her. Very surprising to me. So we killed a faction this turn. Move this way. Move down here. Got some fairy circles. Still no swamps is what we're looking for here. Side Star can move this way. You'll go try and befriend some little animals. They'll probably die, but maybe we'll get one of them. Doppelgangers will move north out of the ire of this big army here that will absolutely murder our doppels. We have this witch up here now who can secure this place. She'll chill out here for a minute. We need to get much more mushrooms going on. We're actually going to trade at an overprice at this point. We don't have a need for anything but our stuff like that. We will leave this guard tower alone forever. Because wizard... Oh, well, doppels could. If we got some doppels, we might attack it. Although the doppels could be stupid and attack the guardians. Which are not very good at... they're not very good at killing guardians. Come on, cast befriend animal. Ah, yes! A little giant centipede friend. How cute. Quaint. They seem to be chasing our doppels at this point. But our doppels are quicker than them. Hades immunity. That would be nice. Would make decent use of that. We're going to leave the Dwarven City behind. We don't have a giant interest in sitting there too long. Oh, dear God. 2 Death Knights with the Grand Necromat, who is also twice spawned on a graveyard. It's not unexpected. Doesn't that mean he'll come back as a ghost? Well, that's interesting. So he's never curing his insanity, but he doesn't actually have that much. Oh my God, I wish I was the dwarf. Okay, we're gonna give a shot against this Tartarian. This might be foolish. If they have regeneration. If it doesn't have regeneration, it's gonna get in fight pretty quickly. One problematic thing is enslave. But I'm hoping that we have enough archers and things to chop through it, as well as our life drain. We'll take a shot. Might be the end of Set a Star. Burrell can move up and take this. They'll mostly just chill around this area, trying to contain some of it. Although we might have to run on the back foot if we see that Oberg army. Strength of Earth. That's actually the one spell I really did not want on them. And combined with Soul Vortex, this is probably really bad. Because they're going to regenerate and get more HP. They have enslaving stuff. Oh God, he stole our doppelganger. Oh no. He is getting whacked here. But he has enough to deal with this. Our life drain is not going to fight through this. Oh, he Bane-fired himself! Oh, that's nice. Hurts his regeneration, but I think we don't have enough units to deal with him. He's pretty good. Getting hurt. What would be nice if we wound him, he's not regenerating all the time, so... Which might happen with the Banefire. So that might be what we get out of this. As he starts to finish us off here, we no longer have life drain. Come on, wound him! Oh, he got something. Feeble Mind, please. Debilitating, not a big deal. Nope. Okay. Well, that was more of just a fun to see if we could do it. I didn't think it would work if they had Strength of Earth, and he had Strength of Earth and Soul Vortex. But you could see if we were in combat there without Strength of Earth, we probably would have killed him. Because he definitely would have Bane-fired himself. Oh God, these things. These are their scouts, the Necromancy scouts. Oh, they're so terrible. No swamps. Where is my Swampy? I need my Swampy. Okay, this lady is not doing enough down here. She's just running into nothing. Not making good use of her right now. Could take some of this stuff. Yeah, we might chill for a little bit and get a lot of units. That'll probably be for next time. Get some cavalries. Go send these guys out into the fold. They will also run down south, trying to get around this Tartarian and start ripping stuff from their backlines. So it looks like next time we'll deal with the Markgraf. We'll probably try and kill the Hound of Hades and get into Hades itself. We do see over here there's an item that'll actually allow us to run down there with certain people who otherwise wouldn't be able to. We could also get the Twice-Born spell we have on our witch and send her down there. We'll have to decide. So we'll see more action with Mignana. We'll see what happens next time. Guys, thank you for watching. A little bit of a slower episode here, mostly just wrapping up the dwarves. Make sure we really got this. But tomorrow you should see another witch episode, or maybe a mod review. I haven't decided which I'm going to do tomorrow yet, but that's all we have for today. So thank you for watching and joining us once again on this journey. Like, comment, subscribe, all that business if you want to see more of this Conquest of Elysium 5 stuff. This should be a relatively easy campaign from here on, I think. With some interesting battles to deal with necromancy. Hopefully we'll get our Flayer friend here soon, but we'll have to see. So we'll catch you next time. Have a good day, or whenever I see you next. So catch you later.